So many people want that there should be, especially in West, they want that there should be another Russian revolution, or I'll say that Russian Revolution 3.0. The first one was the Bolshevik Revolution, then in 1991 the second revolution, which led to the collapse of the Soviet Union, and now many Western people, they want that there should be another Russian Revolution leading to the collapse of Vladimir Putin's regime. But that's not happening. And even when Prigozhin he went for a coup against Moscow, many were thinking that it will lead to revolution, but even that didn't happen. The civil society didn't supported him, nor the military elements supported him, and then to save his own life he has to cut a deal. Why they have to cut a deal? I told you, because he was having heavy equipment, then he had to surrender all that heavy equipment to the Russian military, and he moved to Belarus under the nose of Lukashenko, who is again one of the most loyalist leader of Vladimir Putin, international leader of Vladimir Putin. Now, coming to the reasons why the Russian Revolution 3.0 is not there. Number one, the sanctions which were designed to crumble Russia's economy have failed by and large, and Russian economy has survived itself, and the employment rates are not soaring. If the unemployment rates are not soaring, if the unemployment rates were soaring, then you can expect those unemployed youth to go for a revolution against the Putin regime, but it is not happening. Then there are not many body bags coming to the big cities of Russia, because the core of the Russian fighters who are fighting the war in Ukraine, they come from the far off remote areas. They have selected those guys who are from far off remote areas, or they are the mercenaries. Earlier they were the mercenaries of Wagner group. I think there are mercenaries, there might be mercenaries of Ramzan Kadyrov group. They are in Ukraine fighting right now. So there are not many body bags there in Moscow or St. Petersburg or in other larger cities of Russia, which are the powerhouses. Then the entire media, mainstream media of Russia is under the control of Vladimir Putin's government. So there is no you can't say that there is any kind of opposition to the war or Putin regime there in media. Then Putin's popularity is very high, and recently we saw when he was in Dagestan, he was greeted by the masses of people. Now if you look at Dagestan, it is not very developed. It is you can say it is remote area from Moscow. It's a Muslim majority province of Russia. So if Putin is having very high popularity in places like Dagestan, definitely in mainland Russia he is having a huge popularity and fanfare. And why he won't be having that? Because he has restored the national pride of Russia in past 20 years. Don't forget that after the collapse of Soviet Union, they were actually humiliated people. The Russians were feeling humiliated due to their economic circumstances, due to the loss of the power, due to the loss of the territory. But that national sentiment has been restored in past 2 decades under the regime of Vladimir Putin. Not everything is hunky-dory. I say that it is the act of banana republic that a mercenary is marching towards your capital, but that was also controlled without any bloodshed. Actually without any bloodshed. You can say that a few of their Air Force pilots died, okay, but you can't say that it was a coup, and yes, he managed it very well. So these are the reasons that there is no Russian Revolution 3.0 leading to the collapse of Putin regime as many wished. Thank you.